healthy eating and what actually qualifies as healthy, because people have a lot of wrong visions of what actually is healthy. There's a lot of controversy over this, especially in households where different members of the family have different dietary restrictions. So I'm going to start out with a little story, of course. So over the summer, my mom took me and my sister to a nutritionist a couple of times to ask about what kind of foods are good for us, what we shouldn't be eating. At one of the appointments, she wanted me to ask about meat and how much I should be eating or what kinds. She was hoping that the nutritionist would tell me that meat would give me cancer and that I would need to become a vegetarian in order to stay alive longer. However, that completely backfired when the nutritionist told me that I could eat as much meat as I want. So let's compare this piece of chicken to that block of cheese. So this cheese has 8 grams of protein. This chicken also has 8 grams of protein. However, the cheese has 54 grams of fat, while the chicken only has 6 grams of fat. Lean meat is much better than carbs and dairy in protein and fat. And I'm not trying to convince you to become vegan, obviously, because over half of people with eating disorders have said that they're vegan or vegetarian. And of course, there are reasons for becoming different dietary restrictions that aren't about health, such as the kosher diet and the halal diet for Jews and Muslims. There are some people that are just against the mistreatment of animals, obviously. Rumor has had it that cancer is more likely to start in meat eaters. However, studies show that vegans are actually more likely to get certain cancers, such as urinary tract cancer. Post-cancer patients are advised to eat meat in order to up their protein levels and stay healthier. As you can see from the graph, vegetarians and meat eaters are pretty similar in how much cancer they get. Another thing that meat has that vegetarians are usually lacking is iron. Iron is in your blood cells and comes from heme foods such as meat and seafood. Non-heme iron is a lot harder to obtain and usually will come from vegetarians in the form of nuts and raisins. So there are some small changes you can make to change eating and just help you stay away from heart problems, diabetes, obesity, etc. People say that our generation is going to be the first generation not to have a longer life expectancy than our parents. And that's really sad because it's been going up and we want to keep the graph going up. What's even sadder is the reason. It's not that climate change or anything. People say that we're all going to die sooner because we're going to be too obese, which is really unfortunate, but it's the truth. So enter the paleo diet. This is becoming more and more popular, and in it are meat, fish, fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts, and healthful oils. As you can tell, this eliminates all carbs and dairy from your diet, which is most of your fat intake, and it's a lot worth the benefits. The number one killer of food is grain. We all eat it, and we've been told our whole lives that it should be a staple in our diet. In fact, it's the largest category on the food pyramid, but it's actually a government hoax, and they're trying to tell us that so that we get sick, and then we give the doctors money, and they give the insurance companies money, and that grain is like the entire economy. So it's not actually very good for you. The first change that I recommend making is to minimize or even eliminate all grains from your diet. My family is currently doing a grain cleanse. I don't know how well this is going to work. We've been at it for about 5 days, and I have not eaten anything including grains in the last 5 days. It's no pasta, no pizza, no bread, no obesity. So, I mean, it is working better. Studies have been done where people that do this, after just 3 weeks, they have been able to completely get rid of diabetes and all heart problems, which is crazy because most doctors have told people that this is something you're just going to have to live with for the rest of your life. I don't think that was a presentation.
Technical difficulty, pause.
Okay.
Girls trip.
Next up is
They come back.
Sorry.
There we go. All right.
okay.
Okay, I'm gonna start here. Okay.
Oh, it's not full screen, and
Yeah,
there's some
I'm
weird
gonna make
thing
it.
coming
I'm
up.
gonna make it full screen. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Do you want me to go back one, or are we?
No, this is the side that I'm supposed to be on, so I can start it.
All right. There we go.
Okay. So another food beneficial to eliminate from your diet is dairy as a whole. Cheese, as we had covered earlier on the chicken and cheese slide, is that cheese has really low amounts of protein but really high amounts of fat. And the elimination of dairy She did press play.
Okay.
The elimination of dairy will help improve your skin, reduce fat, and reduce chances of heart failure because cheese will clog your arteries and make you die sooner. In conclusion, just say. Be frank. In conclusion, you're just as likely to get a disease if you're vegan than if you eat a steak every other day. The paleo diet came a lot before carbs, and that's when we were the healthiest, as we learned if you were on world history. We need to fix the life expectancy problem, and the only way to do that is to fix our eating before it becomes unfixable. That will reduce fat and disease almost immediately if we take away grain and cheese. I hope you take this into consideration next time you buy or eat food, and thank you for your time.